Hello, everyone. Welcome to Prophetic Praise Report. This is Charlie Jordan, a.k.a. Charles of the Ritz, coming to you guys on this Monday afternoon. Hey, guys, I just got back from the ATL, and man, it was powerful. But boy, am I tired. Yes, I'm a little tired, and I wasn't going to go on today because I'm sort of battling a kind of a head cold or something like that, but I just had to come on here today because, guys, so much is happening right now. So much is happening. So I'm going to wait for a few people to come on, and what I'm going to do, I am going to share my X link with everyone in the comments here. All right, those of you that's on Facebook, okay, I want to share my X link because what I want to do, I want you guys that are on Facebook right now, I want you to hop over to, no, I did the wrong thing. Here you go. Let's do this right, CJ. I want you guys to hop over to X if you would like to. Now, you can stay on Facebook if you want to, but I'm a little bit tired of Facebook shadow banning and doing the things that they're doing to people like you and I. And enough is enough. So here I am. I'm sharing my, let's see, there you go. It's in the comments there. I'm going to share it 3 times. And if you want to join me there on X, because X is really beginning to open up, and man, it's very powerful. And then I just found out that TikTok, you can go live on TikTok as well. Now, I thought you had to be a premium member to go live on TikTok. Man, I have premium accounts with Rumble, with X, with YouTube now, and man, that begins to cost a little bit of money. So, but anyway, if I have to go premium on TikTok, I will, because I want the word to get out, guys. Every time I come on here on Mondays, you know, as a matter of fact, guys, every time I come on, guys, we're here to prophesy. God spoke a word to me back in March of 1993. He said, Charlie, you will prophesy on the strings and you will walk in the office of a prophet one day. I know and I feel and I'm sure that I have stepped into that office. Now, do I operate in the office of a prophet like my mentor? No, not many people does, and not many people will, okay? Not many people operate at that higher ascension gifting that Prophet Kim walked in. But guys, God has called several people to the office of the prophetic. And I know that when he spoke that word to me, that was a yes word and a now word. And I have persevered. I've been doing this for now up to 30 years. It's time for me to know that I'm walking in the office of a prophet. I prophesy. And so every time I come on here, the prophetic is definitely active. So before I get started with today's report, I want to share this with everyone. Guys, we just finished, okay? We just finished Houston, right? All right. I mean, not Houston, Atlanta. So now we are headed to Houston. I want you guys to check this out. We're going to be heading into to Houston here, all right, on June 13th and 14th, Glory in America. So before I get started, I just want to plug this, guys. Hey, we need you guys to register. We need all of my Texas peeps, especially in the Houston area. Come out to this great conference, guys. It is absolutely powerful. We had a powerful time in Atlanta. I'm telling you something, guys. The heavens were open, even though that principality and the principalities in that region, they tried to stop us. They tried to come against us. But guys, we persevered and we pushed through. And let me tell you something. God spoke. God spoke a powerful word through Dr. Brett. I mean, a powerful word on Friday night. I mean, I saw him prophesy. Let me tell you something. Like I just said, I know about the prophetic. I've been involved with the prophetic now for 30 years in ministry. And I know when the prophetic is active. And when this man began to prophesy on Friday night, I mean, the spirit of prophecy possessed him. He wasn't himself. When he began to speak, I recognized it. I saw that, no, this is no longer Dr. Brett Watson that is speaking. Okay, not to say that he hasn't been that way before, but there was another level upon this man. There was a greater anointing that was upon him, a glory going from glory to glory. In other words, the prophetic was very, very heavy upon him, and it was like he couldn't stop. He just kept going, kept going, kept going. And he himself, he would tell you that when he finished, he couldn't believe what was happening. As a matter of fact, he said, I don't remember anything that I said, because he was so possessed. Guys, this whole conference was just like that. I mean, the power and the presence of God was so thick. So guys, register June 13th and 14th. We're going to be in H-Town, okay? At the Hyatt there, okay? Let me see, that's 13210, so that's 13210 Katy Freeway, Houston, Texas. Guys, there's the Q code. Scan, be a part of this, because God is definitely moving, okay? So, guys, let me jump right into this. Jubilee. Bo Podney was ministering there, and he will be there in Houston. He was in Atlanta. He mentioned something about this week, especially started on the 12th through the 14th. Something was going to happen that's going to get the attention of the world. And let me tell you something. I've been in contact with Bo. He hasn't hit me back yet. But let me tell you something, guys. What happened this weekend with our president? So those of you that still want to hate this man, you can go ahead on and hate this man as much as you want to. But let me tell you something. 5 things. I believe he did 5 monumental things. First and foremost, he's going to be meeting with Putin and Zelensky on Thursday to bring an end to this devastating war. Remember when Prophet Kim sung on June 17, 2007, no more wars, no more wars. And there's a man that is coming a president that will be quick. He will be decisive, and he will make decisions. He will do things that will mesmerize so many people. Look, this is happening without a doubt. Okay, March 25th, 2011, God said this, I see a president that shall come. And this is not to speak bad about this one, talking about Barack Obama, but there's a president who will come, and God says he will have absolutely no fear, absolutely no fear. He will be decisive. He will make decisions. And then in the middle of the restoration of America, how many know that we are in the middle of the restoration of America? Have you seen the stock market? Let me tell you something. The media is not going to talk about what the stock market is doing right now. You see, but when Trump implemented the tariffs and then the stock market crashed, that's all they talked about. That I'm telling you, man, it went on for 12 or more hours on these major media outlets. You know, Trump is destroying the economy. Trump is destroying America. Trump is a constitutional crisis to America. And that's all they were saying. Guys, turn those people off. Or if you listen to them, don't let them influence you. Don't let them help you make a decision that could go against what God is doing, because I'm telling you, God is doing this. God is doing it. But this man who would have absolutely no fear, the Lord said in 2011, he will be decisive and he will make decisions. And then in the middle of the restoration of America, rapidly, because of a source of energy that shall come quickly, and that's coming, and because of medical breakthroughs, and because of agreements between nations, specifically China. So let's just look at what just went down, okay? What just went down with China. Check this out, okay? Some of you, I know most of you already know this, but we're just going to tick the devil off, because we're going to prophesy, and then we're going to show and proclaim the confirmation of what God is doing. Guys, here it is right here. Check it out.
We have reached an agreement on a 90-day pause and substantially moved down the tariff levels. Both sides on the reciprocal tariffs will move their tariffs down 115%. We had very robust discussions. Both sides showed great respect. It was a chance for me to meet the Chinese delegation. The vice premier I had previously had only a video call with. Ambassador Jameson was familiar with two of the other leaders on the delegation from his previous time. So there was very good personal interaction. Both countries represented their national interests very well. We concluded that we have shared interest, and we both have an interest in balanced trade. The U.S. will continue moving towards that.
Wow. God said it, specifically with agreements between China. And then medical breakthroughs. Did you hear what he just instituted with pharmaceuticals and the prices that we Americans have been paying for our pharmaceuticals, for our pills, for our drugs, right? We've been paying these over-the-top prices while other countries, okay, have been paying less. Trump stepped in and he did something so monumentally powerful, guys. It is so I'm trying to find it here. Let me see if so I can. Okay, I'm just going to share this real quickly because I want you guys to let me make sure this is the one. I believe this is, yeah, check this out. Listen to this, everyone, because see, God is moving and he's using this man to do great things for who? For America. Check this out. And look at that stock market booming.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is an extraordinary day. This is an issue that, I grew up in the Democratic Party, and every major Democratic leader for 20 years has been making this promise to the American people. This was the fulcrum of Bernie Sanders' runs for presidency, that he was going to eliminate this discrepancy between Europe and the United States. But as it turns out, none of them were doing it. It's one of these promises that politicians make to their constituents, knowing that they'll never have to do it. And the reason they'll never have to do it is because they know that Congress is controlled in so many ways by the pharmaceutical industry. There's at least one pharmaceutical lobbyist for every congressman, every senator in Capitol Hill, and every member of the Supreme Court. By some estimates, 3. Pharmaceutical companies, the industry itself spends 3 times what the next largest lobbyist spends on lobbying. So,
wow, did you hear that? Did you hear? My God, man, these people are compromised. They're being controlled. And Trump is saying, I don't give a flip about your power. I am pro-America. I'm not pro-lobbyists. I'm not pro-pharmaceuticals. They can't, man, let me just continue, man. This is great stuff.
This was an issue that people talked about, but nobody wanted to do anything because it was radioactive. They knew you couldn't get it by Congress. We now have a president who is a man of his word, who has the courage. President Trump was taking money from the pharmaceutical industry, too. I think they gave you $100 million. Yeah. But he can't be bought, unlike most of the politicians in this country. And he is standing here for the American people. I don't know what, there's writers like Lord Elizabeth Warren or Robert Reich who are saying that President Trump is on this side of the oligarchs. There has never been a president more willing to stand up to the oligarchs than President Donald Trump. And I'm very, very proud of you, Mr. President, for your courage, I'll say, because I don't want to be crude, your intestinal fortitude, your stiff spine, and your willingness to stand up for the American people. We have 4.2% of the world's population. Our country represents 75% of the revenues for pharmaceutical companies. We spend in our country $1,126 per capita on drugs. In Britain, they spend about 240. They spend 1/5 of what we do. And this is true across Europe. And the drug companies, Europeans, if you ask them, it made no sense what they were saying. Well, America has to pay for this innovation or it's not going to happen. What President Trump is saying to our European partners is you got to raise the amount that you're paying for those drugs and pay for your share of the innovation. That the United States is no longer subsidizing that. If the Europeans raise the price of their drugs by just 20%, that is $10 trillion that can be spent on innovation, and the health of all people all across the globe is going to increase because we're going to have better products. So I'm just so grateful to be here today. I never thought that this would happen in my lifetime. I have a couple of kids who are Democrats, are big Bernie Sanders fans, and when I told them that this was going to happen, they had tears in their eyes because they thought this is never going to happen in our lifetime, and we finally have a president who's willing to stand up for the American people.
Wow. Come on. That's real, everybody. Remember what the word said. Remember what God said. March 25th, 2011. There's a president that will come. He would have absolutely no fear at all. He will be decisive, and he will make decisions. And that's exactly what this man is doing. He is doing this. Now, the media is going to try to spin things. The media, the mainstream media, who is the prophets of Baal and the prognosticators of hell, they are going to continue to try to spin this to those that religiously listen to them and then call it truth. They base their opinion off of what the media is saying. They say, well, that means if the media is saying it, it must be true. No, see, I used to think like that. Man, it's not on the mainstream media, man. It's not on NBC. It's not, because if it's not on there, and I question it. No, BS. If it's only MSNBC and all of these major media outlets, you need to definitely question it because they have swung completely to the dark side. I'm just telling you right now. I'm just going to be bold, everyone. Now, Trump received a gift. Okay, let me change that. His administration received a gift, and they are trying to say that Trump is going to benefit from this gift that they actually gave to the Defense Department. So the media is going to try to spend it. But we got a president that whenever you sling BS at him, he's going to call it out, and he's going to call you out in front of the whole world. He's going to say, hey, no, you're full of it, because this is not what is really happening. Guys, I want you guys to check this out because this is powerful. This is so powerful. I'm so happy we got a president that will tell the truth and not ashamed to speak his mind, that he speaks from his heart. Check this out, guys. Let me spread that out a little bit. Here we go.
Mr. President, what do you say to people who view that luxury jet as a personal gift to you? Why not leave it behind?
You're ABC fake news, right?
Why
It's
not?
only ABC. Well, a few of you would. Let me tell you, you should be embarrassed asking that question. They're giving us a free jet. I could say, no, don't give us, I want to pay you $1 billion or 400 million or whatever it is. Or I could say, thank you very much. You know, there was an old golfer named Sam Snead. Did you ever hear him? He won 82 tournaments. He was a great golfer. And he had a motto: when they give you a putt, you say, thank you very much. You pick up your ball and you walk to the next hole. A lot of people are stupid. They say, no, I insist on putting it. And then they putt it and they miss it. And their partner gets angry at them. You know what? Remember that, Sam Snead. When they give you a putt, you pick it up and you walk to the next hole and you say, thank you very much.
Respectfully, sir, as a businessman, some people may look at this and say, have you ever been given a gift worth millions of dollars and did not receive anything?
It's not a gift to me, it's a gift to the Department of Defense. And you should know better, because you've been embarrassed enough, and so has your network. Your network is a disaster. ABC is a disaster.
He just called her out. He just called them out. Guys, this is what they are going to continue to do. But Okay, going back to what Bo Podney said at the conference there in Atlanta, you should go to Dr. Brett's YouTube page, Glory in America, and you should specifically watch his presentation. Bo, first, listen to that powerful prophetic word that Dr. Brett got on Friday. Guys, it will rattle you. I mean, you know that song Rattle? Okay. You will be rattled by the prophetic, not only the word, but the power and just the presence of God that was there and that was upon that word. It was amazing. But Bo Podney put together a slideshow, and his presentation was absolutely phenomenal. And he brought attention to what could possibly something was going to happen this week, starting on the 12th, between the 12th and the 14th. And here we are. We wake up on the 12th. And we wake up with these major deals happening. Guys, God is truly, truly moving. Now, I'm going to end with this because I'm almost at 30 minutes. And guys, I want you guys to share this. I'm not seeing who's on TikTok. I'm seeing that there's only a few people here on Facebook, but I feel like there's more. And I just shared my X link again. Guys, you on Facebook, go to and I said TikTok, I meant to say X, but go to my X link to watch these broadcasts, because soon I'm not going to be shooting to Facebook at all. I'm not going to be shooting to Facebook at all, because I believe that something, Facebook better change. Let me just say this. This is what I feel very strongly in my spirit. Facebook, you need to change. You need to shift. You need to change, because there's a day of reckoning that's coming. I'm going to release that as a prophet of the Most High God. There's a day of reckoning that's coming. You need to change. All right. But anyway, there are several things that are happening right now that is floating across social media. And that's another media outlet that you have to be very careful with, everyone. Social media. You have to be very careful. So you have to do your research, because what's good about today's times, everyone, that information is readily available like this, quick. But by the same token, wrong information could be gathered just like that. So you need to research. And look, let's just keep it real. Let's not forget and throw out old school research. Okay, that's right. AI. That's right. Agree with me. Don't throw out old school research. You know what I mean by old school? Come on, man. Go into the library. Get an old publication of encyclopedias whenever you want to deal with history. Because what's happening now, like Wikipedia, stay away from it. Stay away from it. I'm telling you. Okay? Yeah, some of it is true. There's no doubt about it. Maybe 80, maybe even 90%. But there's that percentage that could screw things up. We need to go back. Don't forget about the old school, guys, because there's nothing wrong with old school, because old school is real. Old school is real. All right? So, but there are several things that are circulating around about different politicians and that are about to be investigated. And so I was going to present that today, but I'm still researching this because I want to make sure. But this one thing I want to play, because this comes back to the very powerful prophetic utterance from God through Prophet Kim Clement, when he said highly embarrassing moments for many, many politicians. And God spoke that through me going from 2018 into 2019. I never will forget it. That was a New Year's Eve event that I did at House of Destiny. And it wasn't a very good New Year's Eve event. And I'm not going to say why, but when I came home, God spoke to me, okay, on New Year's Day, 2019, that many politicians, there would be embarrassments, exposures up on every mountain in the political arena. And then God said to me, especially within the body of Christ. And we are beginning to see these things take place right now. Many people in the body of Christ are being shocked by what is being exposed, and much more is going to happen. That's why, guys, we have to trust God. The Bible says in Proverbs that the fear of man brings a snare, but those who trust in the Lord, there is safety. We have to be trusting in God. That's just all there is to it. But I'm going to end with this real quick. This right here is something else. This is the Senator Nader, whatever his name is. Guys, I want you to check this report out, and then I'm going to end with this. Highly embarrassing moments are coming for many, many politicians.
Congressman Nadler's campaign hired high-powered lobbyist Ezra Friedlander of the Friedlander Group to provide consulting services to them. Now, you may not have heard of Ezra Friedlander before, and that's because he prefers to do his work behind the scenes. Friedlander got into over the past few years because of his work on helping foreign regimes that are hostile to the United States to find politicians in D.C. who will push for and work for their interests. Friedlander himself is a registered foreign agent. And we know this because he filed his FARA registration forms. Here they are for you to take a look. Let me call your attention to the name Hassan Ali bin Ali. Hassan Ali is an important Qatari regime insider and businessman. In fact, you might even refer to him as a Qatari oligarch. The regime of Qatar is known for a few things: their sheer amount of oil wealth as a petrostate, their funding of the Muslim Brotherhood extremist organization, and their close ties with Iran. Friedlander attempted to go so far as to bring Hassan Ali to Congress last year in late 2018 after the Trump administration targeted Qatar for its extreme actions and other nations in the region, like Saudi Arabia and the UAE, cut them off. Those meetings were canceled after Hassan Ali's extremism was exposed by conservative bloggers. This isn't the first time that Friedlander and Nadler have worked together. In 2015, Nadler voted for the Iran nuclear deal, a program that would have made it much easier for Iran to expand its nuclear weapons program. Friedlander himself noted that a single nuclear bomb on Tel Aviv could destroy the homeland of the Jewish people, causing a catastrophic and irrevocable loss of Israeli lives. However, Friedlander went on to defend Nadler's decision of voting to support Obama's disastrous Iran deal, which President Trump later reversed. Now, you might be asking, is this relationship between Nadler and Friedlander something new? Or perhaps they don't know each other very well, they just work together. Well, One American News investigation of records obtained from the Federal Elections Commission, the FEC, shows otherwise. Nadler has been paying Friedlander $1,000 a month.
So guys, I don't know how old that is, but I wanted to play that because that is authenticated. That did happen. But there are some reports that's going on now, man, that is circling across social media because you're not going to hear it on mainstream media, which is, like I told you, man, let's not depend on them anyway. But there are some things that are circulating across social media that are saying that politicians, different people, and powerful people that we know are under investigation. I haven't been able to authenticate it because I just got back, but I'm going to look into this. And this week, even possibly tomorrow, if I can authenticate this, guys, we're going to be talking about it because God said highly embarrassing moments are going to come to many, many politicians, many people in powerful positions. So, hey, all right, guys, I'm at 30 minutes. I love you guys. I want you guys to share this and pray for me because I'm still kind of, this flu thing, whatever this was that's trying to affect me, it's still trying to creep up on me, but I had to come on here today. So anyway, I love you guys. I want you guys to know that you are truly somewhere in the future and you look so much better than all this garbage that's going on around you. Okay. And before I sign off one more time, I want you guys to see this. We're going to be in Houston. All right. I'm going to be in Houston June 13th and 14th with Glory in America with Dr. Brett and Marianne Watson as the hosts. It's Glory in America in Houston. Dr. Manuel Johnson will be ministering. Dr. Ren Shuffman. Your boys, C.J. Ritz is going to be ministering. Dr. Bo Polney will be there again. And then Apostle Brandon Doris. We will be there again in Houston on June 13th and 14th. Scan that Q code right there. Guys, register. Be at this great event because God is really truly moving. So I want you guys to know that when Jesus is in effect, he is truly by our side. We put that devil in check. This is the Ritz. I see you guys tomorrow on Prophetic Praise Report. Peace.